Almost a century and a half ago, Karl Marx said that religion was the opium of the peoples, in the sense that it can easily be used to control the population, to divert their attention from wanting to start a social revolution by simply promising a paradise in the next world. Today, on the contrary, religion is said to be the vitamin of the poor. It gives the poor a precise identity, a sense of belonging to those who otherwise can be left behind on the road to globalization. Nonetheless, the role of religion continues to be neglected in political and diplomatic efforts in the search for solutions to conflicts. Even among peace activists and leading figures in the management of post-atrocity situations, some believed the idea of religion in conflict solving to be totally negative. In 2002, I participated in the Stockholm Forum on Post-Conflict Resolution and Forgiveness. Alex Borain, the Deputy President of South Africa's Truth and Reconciliation Commission, stated that initially he was very reluctant and worried about Archbishop Desmond Tutu's explicit and deliberate use of religion and the religious symbol in the work of the Commission. But later, he was converted to the positive role religion can play in the process of reconciliation, having witnessed the good fruits it produced. The United Nations dedicated the year 2001 to dialogue among civilizations. In 2005, at the initiative of Turkey and Spain, the UN launched the Alliance of Civilizations. In the meantime, the Philippines, Pakistan, and other countries set up a tripartite forum on interreligious dialogue and cooperation for peace. 2 years ago, Russia and Pakistan tabled a draft resolution with a view to setting up a council of religions within the UN. The proposal did not reach a consensus, but it remains in the agenda of topics to be debated. The UN General Assembly was recently asked to consider the initiative for a UN decade of interreligious and intercultural dialogue, understanding and cooperation for peace. No doubt, recent social and political events have engaged the UN to integrate its reflection and action on affirming a culture of tolerance with a specific concern for interreligious understanding. The protagonists of this dialogue are member states in their interaction with civil society. Their approach and methodology stem from the very mission and purpose of the United Nations. Having in mind the spirit and the word of the United Nations Charter, as well as core juridical instruments, it is safe to say that the United Nations' specific and primary responsibility vis-à-vis religion is not the interreligious dialogue in the technical sense, but is to debate, elucidate, and help states to fully ensure at all levels the implementation of the right to religious freedom as affirmed in the relevant UN documents. As for religious leaders, they are constantly challenged by the question, does religion fuel or heal in conflicts? And this is a healthy question, because it gets to the very core of the problem. It is not that religion has too often proven a negative factor, though this is true, unfortunately. Rather, one ought not look to religion for purposes other than its own. In other words, religious leaders and believers have an important contribution to make to the process of mutual understanding, prevention of conflicts and conflict resolution, not in the specific terms of mediation, resolution, or prevention, as these are intended in the international juridical instruments, but in their own terms. What is these own terms? Fraternity seems to be the most appropriate category to illustrate what their own terms means. Fraternity was made famous by the French Revolution more than 200 years ago, with its well-known motto, liberty, equality, and fraternity. Since then, fraternity has become something of a missing link. Liberty and equality have been translated into various juridical, political, and social principles and are found, even if imperfectly, at the basis of many states' constitutions throughout the world today, or almost all the constitutions of the world. To insist on liberty is fundamental for peaceful human coexistence, but it's not enough. A prevalent or exclusive consideration of liberty, as can be seen in our daily life, does not protect us from the abuse of the more powerful. Furthermore, recent history has taught us that allowing or even imposing certain patterns of equality can result in a dangerous and suffocating collectivism of the masses. Indeed, it would be fairly safe to say that many peoples still do not enjoy true liberty and equality. I would like to suggest here that innovation, freshness, and effectiveness in international relations may be possible by means of the missing link, the missing concept of fraternity. For it is capable of raising the level of relations between nations from the organizational to a more organic level, from simple existence with others to the existence for others, in a fruitful exchange of gifts. In view of a just peace, then universal fraternity must be translated into political and social categories, which can in their turn inform the juridical categories linked to national and international relations. And I'm glad to realize and to state that the Tanenbaum Center is doing just this, not only promoting tolerance, but promoting something bolder, fraternity. And I thank you for your patience.